We are thrilled to be joined by two-time Olympic gold medalist, FIFA Women's World Cup champion, 2015 FIFA Player of the Year, Carli Lloyd. Carli, thanks so much for the time today. How are you?
No problem. How you guys doing?
Oh, we're fantastic. It's a fun time to talk soccer, obviously, in this city with the Philadelphia Union and all that you do for the soccer community. We wanted to bring you on today to talk a little bit. We understand you've got a skills clinic coming up in our own backyard at the beginning of November. Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, I'm really excited to be able to host another clinic. I know we're in a pandemic here in our country, so it's a little challenging, but I think it's kind of a good thing for the kids. You know, they've missed out on a lot of different things and activities. So now this is the second one I'm kind of putting on. It's November 7th. There's 3 sessions. First one starting at 12, and then the last one ending at 7. It's in Mays Landing, Hamilton Township down in South Jersey. So I'm really excited. It's, you know, kind of a good way of talking to the kids about kind of the mental habits and some core values that have helped me throughout my life, and then take them sort of in the mind and a live training event as to, you know, what I do on a daily basis. So I'm looking forward to it.
We've seen the way that kids react to you. What does it mean to you to be able to inspire so many kids, particularly many young girls, to chase their dreams like you did?
Well, I think it's incredibly important. You know, it was a little different when I was growing up. There weren't that many live female role models. So I just tried to, you know, be positive and, you know, just try to help this next generation. You know, a positive word here and there, or a high five, a good job, you know, goes a long way. And that's a lot of the things that I've kind of done over the years of my career. And it's important to me. It's important to me to give back and to help, because I can help inspire and change people's lives. And hopefully my story has inspired them to know that, you know, hard work and perseverance and dedication can help you accomplish all your dreams that you want to accomplish.
Carli, you're talking to two guys who grew up in New Jersey themselves. What's it like to have grown up in New Jersey and kind of be a role model to New Jersey athletes and New Jersey kids in general?
Well, I'm a Jersey girl through and through. I still reside here in Jersey. I went to school at Rutgers University, so I've landed my roots here forever, and I really love, you know, just kind of being a part of this area and just growing up as a little girl in Delran, New Jersey, and, you know, kind of being a Philly sports fan. I know what the area is like as far as, you know, athletes and the way people just support the hometown heroes. So it's no different. You know, I've felt that over the years, and it means a lot to me to know I have a tremendous amount of support in this area.
All right, so I have to ask the fun non-sports question as the Rutgers grad on the show. Also, I don't often get other Rutgers alum on the show. Did you ever hit the grease trucks? I know you were playing all the time when you're an undergrad, but I try to explain this to Jeff. Did you ever get a chance to go over them?
I did, yeah. Can't even remember what I ordered. I had it once. My stomach didn't feel too great after that, so I never really had them again. But, you know, it was loaded with chicken fingers, fries, and probably a whole bunch of other stuff. But yeah, the grease trucks are something you've got to try if you're at Rutgers.
As somebody who is an athlete who has to watch the kind of things that they eat, eating healthy all the time, what is the New Jersey guilty pleasure that you would eat?
Ooh, probably some good quality pizza. Although my pizza place that I like is Pietro's Pizza on Walnut Street in Philly. So whenever I'm over there and splurging, I tend to get that. The other thing I would probably splurge on is some good Indian food.
There you go.
Can't eat that stuff all the time, but every now and again.
The food conversations always end up fun. We'll take it a little more serious than the food. It's been a trying year for everybody. Saw the Olympics postponed. You're obviously trying to chase making that team again. What's it been like for you and your teammates, when you found out it was postponed and everything that's happened this year with the sport?
It's been, yeah, it's been a tough year. I can't believe that we're nearing November, and this pandemic hit in middle of March. Yeah, it's been definitely a trying year. I think some of my teammates, a little bit bummed that now got to wait another year to compete in the Olympics. I think some are probably looking forward to maybe having another year to prep. It's definitely been interesting. Our team, the national team, we really haven't been able to even get together and do more and train more. So it's definitely challenging in that regard. But like anything, life throws a lot of things your way, and you just have to adapt and find a way and figure it all out. I know that my teammates and I will be just fine, and we'll find a way, and hopefully we're all back to somewhat normal at some point. I would like to say maybe by January, 2021, we'll get out of this year and hopefully, go back to somewhat of some normal circumstances.
Team sports is about chemistry. We've been talking to a lot of athletes and coaches about how they've been dealing with chemistry in the pandemic, not being able to get together. What is the U.S. women's national team doing to kind of keep themselves bonded?
I don't think we have any issues as far as bonding. I think that, we're all pretty much a pretty close knit team. We're used to being around one another. I think this is probably the longest spell that we've all been apart from one another. In the beginning of everything, we were, Vlaco, our head coach, was holding some Zoom sessions, doing some video and kind of going over things. So at least we could see each other on the screen, and just feel some sort of connection. Other players have, been with their clubs, the NWSL season, the Challenge Cup they had over the summer, and now this fall series, and then the national team. There's a camp coming up in October. So I've been kind of fully removed just because I've been battling an injury and kind of coming back from that. But, I think from our standpoint, our team, we're a little bit different than maybe other teams, and we'll pick up right where we left off when we see each other.
How is the injury recovery going? We don't need details. Just is it a challenging process for you? Obviously, there's a physical and the mental side of it to not be out there, to be on the field that you love so much. What's that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been challenging. Kind of came unexpected, and just had something that I've had to deal with my knee, and knees are tough just because they're they're everything, and you're weight bearing on it and all that. So it's been challenging, but it's taught me patience. But if there's any time to be injured, I think now is probably the best time. It's been several years since 2017 that I've been injured. So I've had kind of a good run, and now, my body and mind is going to get a nice break. And now I'm, even more motivated to get back, to compete again, to start, really getting after it. But, I've had the luxury of not putting myself on a rushing timeline like most athletes have. So I've really been able to be patient with it, go extra slow, and just make sure that I come back with it healed and even stronger than before.
You mentioned the run you've had, and obviously you're one of the most decorated athletes in women's sports. As somebody who's gone through so many competitions, we talk about these clinics that you're doing for the young kids. How do you have now less experienced players on the team with you? What advice do you give them through this process so that they can kind of keep their head up and push through the challenges they'll face?
The biggest thing for me, is consistency. You've got to be consistent. the game has evolved so much, and players keep getting better, teams keep getting better. The women's game keeps getting better, so you have to consistently play well, and then consistently raise your game um, better and better over the years. And so my biggest thing to some of these younger players are embrace the moment, but just know that anything can change at any moment, and you have to be able to adapt. And there's going to be some good runs, but then there's going to be some really challenging times, and you may feel like you go backwards, but it's only to propel you forward even more. So can't get too high on the highs, and can't get too low on the lows, because a lot of things can change.
You've learned so much as you've gone through this process. What, if you look back at your career so far, what is the most memorable moment that you've come across in your career?
Tough one. I would say most memorable, probably the 2015 World Cup final, for a number of different reasons. But for me, it's my whole journey, because to get to that 2015 World Cup final, everything else prior to that needed to happen, and it helped play a role in that particular moment. So it's really everything. The good, the bad, all of it. It's my journey.
If people want to find out more information about participating in the Skills Clinic, where can they get the information to try and join you?
So I have it posted on several of my social media channels, but easiest thing is probably you can go on my website. You can subscribe at the bottom of my site to get news, and then go to my CL10 clinic page on my website, and it has all the information there, and a button to click for registration.
Well, Carli, we wish you all
And
the
I'm
best.
hands-on for the clinic, and there the whole time and stuff. So it's fun for me. I enjoy it.
Well, we'll make sure to encourage people to go and join you. We wish you the best of luck with the recovery, and can't wait to see you back out on the pitch. Thanks so much for the time.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate it.